Hello, this is Coach Rob. It is another Saturday, and I'm going to give you another fencing exercise you can work on at home. So today I'm going to talk about lunge sets. Now, in the classes we've been doing, our sessions are mostly monthly, but we really work it out to four meetings per session. Now, the first meeting, I always do 10 lunges. And then the second one, 20. And then the third one, 30. And then the fourth one, 40. And then the next week, when we reset back to the next session, it's back to the first meeting and another 10 lunges. So I've kept it incremental with that, with just our warm up practice with lunges. But you can start building that and doing more of that at home while you are staying at home, hopefully. So I'm going to go over a couple things. So the first one is warm up before you really start doing the lunge, because it's a fast moving stretching uh, activity, and we don't want to do that cold and hurt something in our legs. So I'll show you my basic warm up that I would do for myself when I would compete. And this is I would just pick a long area and I would just do 2 advances and 1 retreat. And I would do that all the way to the end of my area and then retreat back. So if you're doing it in a hallway, it's advance, advance, retreat, advance, advance, retreat, advance, advance, retreat until you get to the end of that hallway. And then you just retreat all the way back. Sorry about that darkness. I covered up my camera while I was putting that down. So I'll show you here in my cellar my advance, advance, retreat warm up. So here we are, and it's just simple. Advance, advance, retreat, advance, advance, retreat, advance, advance, retreat, advance, advance, retreat. And then when you get to the end of whatever spacing you set up for yourself, you retreat all the way back to your start, and then you do it over again. All right. Now, you can then go and mix that up a little bit. You can do 2 fast advances and then 1 slow retreat. You can do 2 small advances, 1 large retreat, but you won't really get anywhere. You can do 2 slow advances and 1 fast retreat. You can mix that up a little bit, while you're starting to fill out. And you do that for a couple minutes, and you'll be able to get your legs warmed up and ready for fencing. Now, once you get that, and if you want to do a little bit more of build up your heart rate, you can do small little hops. And this is what I would do too for myself. And this is, you're just standing on guard, and we're not jumping high, which I'm not going to demonstrate. I'll hit my head on the ceiling here, and the spiders will get me. But just little hops. Little hops, just get your heart rate going up, and then you can start going forward and back. Just these little hops. And that'll start getting your blood moving a little bit more. Now, once you're warmed up there, we can start doing lunges. And just worry about sets of 10. So, just 10 at a time. So the basic lunge, I'll do a descriptor of this, is our legs are shoulder distance apart. Our front foot is pointing forward where our opponent would be. Our back foot off to the side. Our heels are lined up. Our legs are bent with our front knee over our front heel. And then when we lunge, we push with our back leg into the ground to spring ourselves forward. If I can get a better placement here. There. Good. All right, so what you would do is you would just take your time with this and do a set of 10 lunges. So you would lunge, and then just stop and look at your lunge. What you want your lunge to be is back leg straight, front leg bent, knee over your heel, upright, weight centered underneath your hips. Good. You don't want to be leaning forward or off to the side or whatever. Because remember, something my coach used to tell me all the time, and something I've started telling you guys, is practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Perfect practice makes perfect. So when you lunge, take a second, look at it, make sure it's correct. If you fall off balance, take a second and figure out what you need to do to get back on balance. Right? Any mistake we do, we're going to use to problem solve and figure out the solution we need to do for that. So when we are out of quarantine and we can start sword fighting each other again, when your opponent hits you, instead of thinking, oh man, what do I do? I'm so awful. We're already going to have the mindset of, okay, they got me. What do I need to do to get out of this? How do I twist this and change it and make it a success now? Now, do 10 lunges, and then we can make this more interesting too. So you can do the advanced lunge that I talked about in my last video with cat and mouse, where we take it advanced and then lunge. And you can do 10 of those, and we can even incorporate the hops. So you can do your little hops and then lunge from your hop, and you do 10 of those, and you can hop forward and back and turn this into an advanced lunge, or just a lunge. I didn't do the advanced lunge because I only have so much camera space. Okay, well, so we don't have to just sit and watch Netflix and think we really need to help zookeepers organize a union after watching Tiger King. We can be active. We can do stuff just in our hallways and get our blood pumping and get moving and keep ourselves ready for when all this is done. Then we can go out and have our adventures again. All right? Well, good luck. Stay safe.